Welcome back, everybody. Rock Talk episode 24, our second episode in 2 days, and we've been talking a lot of track and field. Had Carter Kessinger on yesterday to talk about the season, and now today, Regent of the Week, Mariah Williams is on the pod to chat about her phenomenal weekend last weekend at the Tadd Metzger Invite. Mariah, first off, how are you feeling today? How excited are you to be on the podcast?
I'm feeling really good. I was a bit nervous because I've never done a podcast before, so this is my first podcast.
First one. Well, congratulations to you. This is the perfect one to come on if it's your first time. We're gonna get into a lot of different things, talk about you because you're the Regent of the Week, and that's never something to sniff at. Mariah, first off, I'd just like you to tell everybody, just give me a little rundown. Who is Mariah Williams? Tell me a little bit about yourself.
So I'm from Rockford, Illinois, so I grew up here.
You're a hometown kid.
Yeah. I would say I have all brothers, so I grew up like.
Wow. How many?
I have 7 brothers.
Okay.
Yeah. And I would say I come from like a basketball family. Like ever since I was younger, people would want me to do basketball, but
You always stiff-armed that. We were just talking. You never played basketball.
Never played basketball.
And what was it about the sport that just didn't really pique your interest?
I don't know. I guess because like everyone did it, so I was like, I don't really want to do it. You know?
Yeah, you didn't want to be a follower. We'll say that.
Yeah.
You don't want to conform to societal norms.
Yeah. But I low-key wish I did.
Yeah.
Maybe I would have been good.
Well, I mean, you're a good athlete. I mean, good athletes usually work out on the basketball court. So did all 7 of your brothers play basketball?
There was some like football players and basketball players, so definitely those 2 sports.
So you're used to growing up. You're used to competing with siblings, and you're used to competition, definitely.
Yeah, they definitely made me more competitive.
Yeah.
And also like a sore loser.
Okay,
sure.
yeah, and you know what? That's a great thing to be. If you're going to be a collegiate athlete, you don't want to lose, right? You want to have that feeling kind of in the back of your head every time you fail, quote unquote fail, to keep you coming back, trying to improve every single time, right? Tell me, did some of your brothers run track as well?
No.
None of them.
No.
Zero.
No. Yeah, no, none of them ran track.
And why do you think that is?
I honestly don't know. Like, all of my brothers are pretty tall. They're on the tall side, so they probably would have been a good person
jumper.
to do. Jumper, high jump, yeah.
Yeah,
they would have been good at that.
That's really interesting. So you're the only one. So you're the best track athlete in your family, we can say. We can give you that title.
Yeah, we can. Yep, I'll take it.
You'll take it. Take that one with a smile. Absolutely. Tell me a little bit about your time running track, jumping back in high school at Rockford East.
Back in high school, so I actually didn't initially start with jumping. I started with like sophomore year is when I really got into it because I actually did cheer before track.
Okay.
And I fell in love like with track because I did cheer first, and I made like a couple of friends, and also my best friend now, she encouraged me to do track.
Okay.
So if it wasn't for her, probably wouldn't be here.
And what's her name?
Her name's Ella.
Shout out Ella for getting Mariah Williams into the track and field world.
Yeah. But I started off with the 800. I did like pretty mid, like 800, 400, and I was always like good. Like 400, I was like, okay, this is my thing. I'm gonna do this. And then I was like, no. I was like, nah. And then I switched to 200, and then I fell in love with 200. And I initially learned long jump, but I couldn't do it. Like I
couldn't figure out the steps.
I couldn't. But triple jump, I've always been good at, doing that, which is typically the most harder one compared to long jump.
Yeah.
But I did triple jump since sophomore year and just been trying to perfect that. And then long jump, I actually started long jump senior year of high school. Yeah.
Is that, what would you say your favorite thing to perform at is now?
Okay, so this one honestly depends on which one I'm like improving more on.
Okay.
So like one day I'll be like, okay, long jump is my thing. That's my event. And then I'll like, do bad at a meet, and then I'll be like, okay, actually triple jump is my thing. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so it really just depends on the day. What's working out for you? That's really interesting. Starting off with the mid event. So you really, at the beginning, you really enjoyed the pain, is what I'm hearing. You really liked sprinting hard for a long period of time.
I guess you can say that. I don't know, like I used to really love 400. Like, that's all I did. But then, like, somewhere in between, I just fell out. I fell out, out of love in it. I worded that wrong, but.
No, I mean you're fine. It's a really tough event. Like people don't realize they look at a track and they go, oh yeah, I can run around that thing. But to sprint around it, an entire track like that it's such a tough event, so mentally challenging. Yeah, but some people, you're right. Some people go, you know what? This is my thing. My brother, that's his thing. That was my best event. The 1 year out of my 22 that I ran track. But yeah, I think you made a good decision for your overall well-being. Moving on to the jumps and the shorter races. Let's talk a little bit about last weekend. I mentioned it was a really great one for you. You broke the triple jump record, the indoor record, and actually would have broken the outdoor record too at the Tadd Metzger Invite up at Carthage College. 10.05 meters was the official jump. Tell me what were your thoughts going into the triple jump that day?
So, my thoughts. So, I'm not going to lie. It started off a little rocky because I kept scratching. And I was, like, getting upset. And I was like, okay, like, I want to keep this mark. This was initially my mark. But then I have to realize, like, adrenaline is going to be high, so it's going to make me go faster. So I was like, okay, let's move back a little bit. And right when I did that, I started hitting my mark. And I was like, okay, I got this. Let me lock in. Let's, reach for height. Let's, make sure everything goes all good. Yeah. And I don't know. It just happened.
Yeah, did you record a jump before the 10.05?
I believe I did. Yeah, I believe I had some of my coaches and teammates record for me. Yeah. I'll have to see, but I'm not sure. I know they recorded for long jump. But then like long jump went like. I mean, I did like tie the record for long jump, but I only made the board one time. So the one jump. Yeah, the one jump is me tying it. So
there's room. What you're saying is there's definitely room to improve in that event for sure.
There definitely is.
Yeah, I mean because I was actually talking to Carter, your coach, not that long ago, and he was like, yeah, she was getting a little tired of the long jump. You scratched a couple of times. You just had to get one down. You get it, and then it's that 4.75 meter number, which does it ties the indoor Rockford record in the long jump, which is just wild to me. And we were talking about, man, you couldn't have got the 4.753. You couldn't have got that extra grain of sand to really get you the record. That's so interesting to me. How do you feel in the long jump? That was your only jump that counted.
At first, I felt like, obviously I felt disappointed in myself because I kept scratching. Yeah. And I felt like I could have done better. But I have to realize, like, there's going to be days like that, and there's also going to be days where, like, I succeed, so. Yeah. But I was actually pretty, like, happy because, like, they told me right away, they was like, yeah, you just tied the record. And I was like, what?
You didn't even realize it, and then it happened. You didn't think it was happening. That's the best ones. When you're kind of you come out of it disappointed in yourself, you didn't feel like it was good, and then somebody tells you, hey, you just tied the record in this event. That's got to be really exciting in your brain because you don't even think that you did well. You know that there's so much room to improve. Let's talk a little bit. Are you long jumping this weekend at UW-Platteville, or is it only the triple?
I'm not. I'm only doing the triple and the 200.
Okay. So long jump will have to wait until the NAC championships, which are coming up here in a couple of weeks. Yep. So what are your thoughts going into UW-Platteville, this invite that we have actually tomorrow?
I'm actually kind of excited because I'm excited for triple because I feel like I always like do good with triple. There's just like I can be so much better because it's just my second phase, which needs a lot of work on. So we're still working on that. But I'm also excited for the 200 because I want to break that record for 200 indoor. So we'll see if that happens tomorrow. But I'm really excited for that one.
Yeah, that one's definitely feasible. You got to cut off about right around a second, but 28.98 is what you ran last weekend. Do you think that's a number that you could beat easily?
I actually do think that's a number I can beat easily. This was my first 200 coming back since high school, and that's been it's been months since I've
ran a 200. Yeah,
since I ran the 200. So I was like, okay, I don't really like running indoor, like, for 200. Like, it's a different mindset.
Because you're going around. I mean, I was talking to Carter about it the other day. It's so different running on an indoor track compared to an outdoor. I mean, it's the same distance, quote unquote, but it's it's so much tighter. It's such a smaller track. So yeah, tell me what that felt like. I mean, you're going a full lap, but it's only 200.
Yeah. So for the previous meet, I was in lane 2, so that's a tighter.
Yeah.
That's a tighter
super
curve.
tight. It's like you're turning the entire time.
Yeah, it's super tight, and I wasn't really used to it because like I keep having the mindset of like outdoor where it's like just a curve and a straight, and I know my weakness with doing the 200 is the straightaway. Like I just burn
Really?
out.
Okay.
Yeah, and the curves are typically my best way around. Like I'm very good at running the curve, but obviously indoor it has 2 curves.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, like we're gonna try, but like I'm like I'm not sure if I can, actually do this. But I go off on the curve, and I'm like, okay, I can't like half do it. Like I have to give it my all. So like I feel like I did start off a little bit like too slow.
Too slow.
Too slow.
Kind of like you were running it like a 400, right?
Yeah.
You get around that first turn, and then you start to coast a little bit. You can't do that in a 200.
Yeah.
You don't have enough time.
No, you have to sprint through the entire thing.
Yeah.
So that's something I'm actually gonna work on this meet coming up and just give it my all instead of like having that mindset of it being like an outdoor meet.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be nice just to get another number, get another rep at it. I mean, you can only get better from repetition. You didn't you didn't run the 200 way back in December, if you can even remember the Moco Mercer Challenge. Tell me, if you remember, tell me a little bit about how that event went. That was your first collegiate event here at Rockford.
Yeah. That one.
That one, you had the long jump, triple jump, and then you actually ran the 4x4.
Oh, yes.
Yes,
okay.
It's been so many months. You guys had such a big gap in between that meet and then the Tadd Metzger last weekend. Tell me how you felt, if you can remember, and then we'll talk about that break a little bit.
Okay, so for the 4x4, I haven't done that in a very long time, since junior year in high school. So I was like, okay, like, no, I know some of my teammates want to do it. I was like, okay, let's give it a shot.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be good. And I just remember dying on the second lap. Like, I was, like, so tired. But it was, I don't know. They want me to do it again, but I'm like, I don't know.
Where were you in the order?
In the order, I believe I was first leg.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you started the thing off.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I went too fast on the first leg.
Yeah. You burnt out by the end. I mean, that's the tough thing about the 400. So you don't know if you would do it again.
I don't know. I know it's talked about me like doing it in conference.
Uh-huh.
And I would obviously if like they really want me to do it, but like I just need to retrain for it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and it's been tough. I mean, you guys don't have a track here at the school to train at, so you have to train in the Ox Gym, on treadmills, in the weight room, just wherever you can. So it's tough to really get out and run a 400. You don't have a lot of opportunity to do so. So congrats to you on being able to run a 200 and do a long jump and a triple without those type of things. But let's talk about, I mean, you had such a big break between the Moco Mercer and the Tadd Metzger. What was that like, just not being able to compete for what felt like 2 months?
It was honestly like boring.
Yeah,
I would say
yeah.
it was just boring. We were just like having practices, lifting, and you just wanted to get out there, do something. Because like I like track because it keeps me busy. Like
It gives you something to do.
Yeah, it gives me something to do. And like when I get bored, I just be like, bro, like it's just I can't be bored. Like I have to, keep busy.
Right. I mean, practice, at least you had practice some of the time, not really over the winter break. But yeah, just know every weekend came by and it's, we don't have an event this weekend. We don't have an event. Would have had the Aurora Grand Prix. That got canceled. That was during the weekend of really inclement weather. No fault of anybody. But yeah, I mean, it was negative 35 degrees. The roads were icy. Like, we didn't want people driving. You guys driving an hour and 20 minutes to go over there. So just didn't get that one. But yeah, it had to be tough mentally and physically, just trying to stay in shape, really, just mental shape and physical shape. Getting ready. I mean, we've got conference coming up here in a couple of weeks. Tell me how excited you are for that coming up, your first conference meet.
I'm really excited for that, but also like kind of intimidated because that's literally everyone there. Having these crazy times compared to like mine, like as a freshman. But I'm really excited for that. Like that'll be really fun.
Yeah, being able to compete against the best. And I think what a lot of people, because these events that you've gone to so far have been smaller, not a super huge amount of teams going to them. going and competing against the best, I think you're going to get the most out of yourself just because you have to. The level of competition raises, so I think your competition will raise as well. I think you've got a lot more records that you're holding that are ready to come out. Just a couple more questions for you, Mariah. I know I've taken up a lot of your time. Tell me, your undecided major as of right now, do you have any idea what you want to do after Rockford University?
So I'm thinking about majoring in criminal justice.
Okay.
Like, I don't know, something about, like, service, like, being, like, a lawyer or, like, a social worker. That's always, like, piqued my interest. But it's a lot of school.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, I like school, but I don't like school that much.
You don't want to do 10 years more of school or
no.
something of that kind. But you want to stay. You like the law.
Yeah.
That's really interesting. What about the law really interests you?
I don't know. It's kind of like a bad answer, I feel like. But, like, I've always watched, like, crime television. And it just always piqued my interest, like, on the cases. Especially being, like, a profiler, like profiling criminals and like knowing the way they think and why they behave the way they do. So I have been taking like psychology and sociology to learn about those things. So
I always found that really interesting. Is there a crime show that you watch the most? Is there a favorite crime TV show that you have?
I would say Criminal Minds. I feel like that's a
go-to.
very popular one. And I would say Law and Order, but I haven't really
watched that as much?
No.
Okay, but you've got time. That's been going on. There's so many episodes. I don't know how many years. 40 years Law & Order's been on TV. So, you've got time to binge that one if you have a couple thousand hours to spare. But, yeah, that's super interesting. I would love to see you as a lawyer, somebody working in a criminal unit. Yeah, that would be really cool. One last question for you. I want to talk a little bit about your relationship with assistant coach Carter Kessinger. I mean, you get to work one-on-one with him in the weight room. Just tell me what that's been like, just having that one-on-one coaching from a guy who's done it at a high level.
It's been good. He's definitely been helping me with my block starts because, like, I'm terrible at block starts. So he's definitely been helping me with that, and, like, we've been learning new techniques and new skills that can help me, like, go, like, have a better block start. So that's been fun, and I don't know. It's like it's nice to have a coach like who has experience with that. So that's a plus on that. But yeah. Yeah,
I mean it's nice to have somebody who's done it before, can really give you what you want to know. Block starts that was always an interesting thing with me, and something I wasn't used to. Got better over time. You're probably head and shoulders better than me in that aspect. But Mariah, that's all I got for you. Is there anything else you want to say? You got the mic in front of your face. What do you want to tell the world?
Let's see.
If you don't got anything, you don't got anything. That's okay. This is Rock Talk.
Look forward for me being on this podcast again.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. You want to be Regent of the Week one more time. I believe that you can do it multiple times. We've got this weekend, tomorrow, the UW Platteville Invite, and then the NAC Indoor Championships the weekend after that. Mariah, you got a lot of meets coming up. I'm really excited to see where you go. Thank you for coming on the podcast. Rock Talk, episode 24. That's going to do it. Your host, Cole Weber, signing off here on this Friday afternoon.